All right, good afternoon, sports fans, and welcome to the Epic Sports Broadcasting Network for Heartland Championship Wrestling. My name is Dave Little, and it is great to be here. It is a pay-per-view Sunday, so we have 7 big matches lined up on today's card. The title of the show is Heartland Havoc 108, Lift Me Up, with the music brought to you by the Five Finger Death Punch. We are live in the Thomas and Mack Center in Las Vegas with 7 outstanding matches lined up for you today. Our main event will be the World Tag Team Championship with the fabulous Freebirds defending the titles against the Wild Samoans. And of course our semi-main event, the one you have all been waiting for, the big confrontation in a steel cage, pitting VADER, now former World Heavyweight Champion, against his arch nemesis, Superstar Graham. We're here in Las Vegas at the Thomas and Mack Center as we say hello to Philip Reynolds and Derek Bauman. Glad you could make it out for today's action. For our opening contest, it will be a grudge match from the Heartland Ladies Wrestling. Today's pay-per-view is a joint presentation between the Patriot Championship Wrestling in the Great Northeast and Heartland Ladies Wrestling. So we'll see both the ladies of the Heartland in action as well as some action from the Patriot Championship Wrestling in the Great Northeast. Your first contest is a grudge match between 2 women who got into it in the middle of a tag team match earlier this month, and they're going to settle their differences here tonight on pay-per-view. Introducing first, 5'7", 137 pounds, from the Inferno, this is MSCHIF. And her opponent, a newcomer to Heartland Ladies Wrestling, 5'6", 125 pounds, from Cambridge, England, this is Charlie Morgan. Charlie Morgan looking with her tag team Jetta to get things off to a rousing start in their Heartland careers. Got a little sassy and showed a little attitude to the veteran MSCHIF, and things broke down, and that led to today's confrontation. So with no further ado, we are ready to rock and roll. And the opening initiative roll goes to Charlie. And Charlie comes out immediately with an overhand chop. MSCHIF fires right back with a attempt at a neck breaker. That is a power move, and MSCHIF does have the power advantage, so she takes Charlie down to the canvas hard, but Charlie is back up to her feet. And it is Charlie who fires back with a running uppercut. Big uppercut rocks MSCHIF and sends her back into the corner. And Charlie drills MSCHIF with a step up enziguri. Nice looking move there by Charlie Morgan. What's MSCHIF going to do now? They come together in the center of the ring, and it is MSCHIF who grabs Charlie by the arm for a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Charlie, and on a roll of 9, that is the power roll. And the power once again belongs to MSCHIF. So MSCHIF comes out on top in the mid-ring collision. And MSCHIF is going to just follow that up with a headbutt right between the eyes of Charlie, stunning Charlie. No love lost here between these two. But Charlie comes back off the ropes with a clothesline, and that takes MSCHIF down to the canvas. Down to the canvas goes MSCHIF. Charlie follows that up. Oh, with a big super kick right across the side of the head. Got her right in the mush. Charlie quickly goes for the cover, but MSCHIF kicks out of that one, and the match will continue. But out of nowhere, Charlie Morgan with that super kick has stunned MSCHIF. And what's Charlie going to do now? She is going to go for a big backstabber, driving her knees into the back of MSCHIF. MSCHIF is down and Charlie's in control. Charlie with a springboard arm drag, very athletic maneuver, takes MSCHIF back down to the canvas. Charlie follows that up with another enziguri, and MSCHIF is reeling. Charlie moving in. Oh, another big super kick from Charlie. Didn't quite get all of that one, but MSCHIF is staggered, and now it is Charlie with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes MSCHIF, and on a roll of 12, it is another big super kick from Charlie off the ropes, and this time MSCHIF is down. That is 3 super kicks nailed by this English superstar, Charlie Morgan. And Charlie now is going to go for the aces over. This is her finishing move. The pin roll is 4 or lower. And on a roll of 5, MSCHIF kicks out. Boy, MSCHIF has taken all kinds of damage here in the early going. Fans here in Las Vegas impressed with the prowess of Charlie Morgan. And now Charlie pitches MSCHIF outside of the ring. Out of the ring we go. What's Charlie going to do here? There's not going to be a death jump roll. This will be a straight up move for MSCHIF. But on a roll of 10, it is Charlie Morgan coming out of the ring and waffling MSCHIF with a steel chair. Steel chair shot from Charlie Morgan. She is taking the fight to MSCHIF here. Back into the ring. And it is going to be a springboard cross body attempt for Charlie. She will connect on this on a roll of 10 or lower on the agility chart. And on a roll of 10, she got her. And she's going to go again for the cover. The pin roll here is a 4. And on a roll of 12, MSCHIF kicks out of that one with authority. MSCHIF kicks out, and the match continues, but MSCHIF has been stymied at every turn here as the faster and more determined Charlie Morgan has taken the fight to MSCHIF. And now it is the aces over once again. That is a finisher. The pin roll now is 6 or lower. And on a roll of 9, MSCHIF kicks out. MSCHIF hasn't shown any offense, but she has shown great determination in taking about everything Charlie Morgan has had to offer. And now Charlie is going up for a swanton bomb up, over, and down onto MSCHIF hard. And MSCHIF has been flattened by that move. And it is now MSCHIF who is going to roll out of the ring. Will we see some shenanigans here? No, we will not. But Charlie's going to attempt a death jump. Not what we would expect, but this is a grudge match situation. And all bets are off. So Charlie takes to the air. And oh my goodness, on a roll of 3, it is Charlie who leaps off the top rope with a plancha and crushes MSCHIF into the floor. That is going to cost MSCHIF another point of damage, as a sensational suicide dive by Charlie Morgan has planted MSCHIF outside of the ring. MSCHIF and Charlie is going to continue her attack now on the arena floor. And again, no shenanigans yet, but it is Charlie who takes MSCHIF and slams her headfirst onto the ring apron. And as we all know, the ring apron is the hardest part of the ring. And MSCHIF has just tasted the ring apron face first, and she is stunned. Back in the ring, another backstabber from Charlie Morgan, driving her knees into the spine of MSCHIF. Charlie follows that up with another arm drag, and finally MSCHIF is able to stagger to her feet. And as Charlie comes in, it is MSCHIF who just screams that loud banshee scream. I am not going to try and duplicate that here on YouTube. But MSCHIF with the banshee scream, getting herself pumped up, and now it is MSCHIF with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Charlie. But oh, on a roll of 4, it is MSCHIF who charges into the turnbuckle and misses. And MSCHIF slams shoulder first into the ring post and tumbles out of the ring. Back outside the ring we go again. Charlie is again going to go for another suicide dive onto the arena floor. And this time it is an amazing springboard moonsault flattening MSCHIF. MSCHIF is down, and she could be counted out here on a roll of 8 or lower. And on a roll of 3, that's a count out. Boy, Charlie Morgan just dominated that match with her athletic ability and those super kicks and those enziguris and a couple of brilliant suicide dives. As Derek Bauman says, thanks for not doing the scream. Indeed, and if you've not watched ladies wrestling in the past, if you get a chance to watch MSCHIF on YouTube, she's a very interesting human being. I believe she has retired from wrestling and started a family. But back in the day, she had a scream that could just curdle the curdled the ears of anybody who listened. And in fact, not only was MSCHIF a fine wrestler in the early days of Shimmer, she was also a PhD microbiologist. She worked in a hospital laboratory by day and wrestled by night. Very bright and articulate young lady who is now laying virtually unconscious on the floor, having had her tail kicked by Charlie effing Morgan, says Michael Bratta, who is now in the chat room. So congratulations to Charlie Morgan, your winner in the opening contest in that grudge match over MSCHIF. And now we shift gears, and we're going to go to tournament action. Brought to you by Patriot Championship Wrestling. Since the onset of Patriot Championship Wrestling up in the northeast section of the country, they have had the Patriot Heavyweight Championship and the Patriot Tag Team Championship, and they have just recently initiated a tournament for a North American Heavyweight Championship, and we are seeing the finals of that tournament. This will be a, I guess you could call it a secondary title, but nevertheless, wrestlers from all around Patriot Championship Wrestling have entered their names into that tournament, and we're now down to the final two, the stipulation in this tournament, and this title, of course, being that the only wrestlers are eligible are ones with a pin rating of 6'3" or higher. So this will be a true mid-card championship. And we're down to our finalists. Introducing first, 6 feet tall, 185 pounds, out of Ravenna, Nebraska. He is the Nebraska Tiger Man, John PESEK. And his opponent weighs in at 115 kilos, 5'11" from Moscow. He is a former WWF World Heavyweight Champion. He is Ivan Koloff. So PESEK and Koloff will be squaring off to become the inaugural North American Heavyweight Champion. And as we set the ring up, we'll say hello to Michael Bratta and referee James Lawrence in the ring, and Amish Elvis, MSCHIF, one of the most entertaining ever. And indeed she has been. All right, but on we go to the North American Heavyweight Championship. John PESEK squaring off against Ivan Koloff to become the inaugural champion. And the opening initiative role goes to Koloff. And Koloff starts off with a choke on the ropes, trying to choke John PESEK down. PESEK, a rough and tumble competitor in his own right, isn't going to have any of that. He slips out of that chokehold, ducks behind Ivan, picks him up from behind and slams him down with a waistlock slam. Down goes Ivan, and PESEK quickly takes control. PESEK with a double wrist lock. That is a devastating submission move. PESEK has a number of submission moves in his arsenal. Koloff not ready to submit quite yet, but as Koloff gets to his feet, it's a headlock and a hip toss over and down to the canvas by PESEK. And Koloff once again is down. Koloff powers his way up to his feet, and now it is Koloff who sends PESEK into the ropes and just drives a knee into the stomach of PESEK. PESEK falls down over the second rope, and Koloff is just going to throw his leg over PESEK and again choke him down on the ropes with the leg down, and the referee finally breaks that one up, and we go back into the center of the ring for another lockup. PESEK this time takes control. He's going to try for a body slam, but that's a power move, and Koloff is the more powerful of the two men in this match, and so Koloff is not going to be slammed, and instead he is going to shove PESEK back into the turnbuckle and try choking him down again. PESEK firing back, and this time he's going to attempt a shoulder throw out of the corner. This is a choice F maneuver, and he is going to need a roll of 8 or lower to complete this. And on a roll of 7, he hip tosses Koloff out of the corner and down into the center of the ring, where Koloff slowly gets to his feet, but PESEK is on him. And PESEK is going to grab Koloff by the arm, whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Koloff, And on a roll of 7, it is a running back elbow from PESEK that nails KOLOFF and stuns KOLOFF. As D. Scott Howard joins us in the chat room. Hello, wrestling geeks around the globe. And I am indeed a wrestling geek. I'm as round as a globe, but I'm not around the globe. PESEK firing back again, trying that body slam to no avail. And KOLOFF this time just nails him with a Russian hammer and stuns PESEK. That big hammer blow. And another big hammer blow from KOLOFF, and this one puts PESEK down to the mat. KOLOFF quickly goes for the cover. The pin roll is 3 or lower, but on a roll of 11, PESEK is able to get the left shoulder out of there, and the match will continue, but KOLOFF with a couple of big Russian hammers overpowers PESEK and takes control. KOLOFF now with a Russian backbreaker down hard across the knee. KOLOFF follows that up with another big leg drop, and PESEK remains down on the mat as KOLOFF is in control. He has got the power advantage. Another big leg drop, keeping PESEK down on the mat and not letting him use those grappling and submission skills. Yet another leg drop from KOLOFF. PESEK beginning to show the effects of these leg drops. And now KOLOFF comes with another choke on the ropes, straddling the ropes and trying to take the wind out of PESEK with that chokehold. Now he just yanks on the ropes and sends PESEK back down to the canvas. Another big leg drop, and PESEK remains stunned and almost helpless on the canvas. As PESEK slowly gets to his feet, Ivan grabs him by the arm, whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes PESEK, and Ivan nails him with a running back elbow that puts PESEK down. KOLOFF now with another big Russian hammer as PESEK got to his feet. He's going to go for the cover once again, and on a roll of 8, PESEK is able to kick out. But PESEK has taken some punishment from the powerful Russian, and KOLOFF is firmly in control of this one. And now it is going to be out of the ring we go. KOLOFF likes to rough things up on the out of the ring, and now he's going to attack him with a chain on the ring floor. That's not the type of behavior we would anticipate from a championship match, but this is Ivan KOLOFF that we're dealing with, and KOLOFF will not be disqualified, but he gets a stern warning from the referee. And PESEK crawls helplessly back into the ring where KOLOFF is waiting with another big Russian backbreaker. And this time PESEK just tumbles out of the ring and falls to the arena floor. PESEK has been beaten down here, and he is just going to have to crawl back into the ring helplessly to beat the 10 count. And KOLOFF is waiting with the Russian sickle. That big clothesline takes PESEK down to the canvas. KOLOFF goes for the cover. The pin roll now is 8 or lower, and on a roll of 7, he got him. KOLOFF wins, and it is Ivan KOLOFF by way of the Russian sickle who has won the inaugural North American Heavyweight Championship. And PESEK tried in the early going of that match to get something going with his submission game, but KOLOFF would have none of it and simply overpowered the smaller man, just knocked him around in the ring, knocked him around outside of the ring, brought him into the ring and knocked him around some more, and finally put him away with the Russian sickle to become the inaugural North American Heavyweight Champion. And you better believe that Uncle Ivan is very proud of that accomplishment, and he is going to let the whole world know that he is the North American Heavyweight Champion, despite his proud Russian heritage. All right, so congratulations to Ivan KOLOFF. He is your inaugural North American Heavyweight Champion. And next up, we have another championship match, this time from Heartland Ladies Wrestling. It will be the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship on the line. And these two teams are no strangers to one another, either in the Heartland universe or in the annals of Shimmer Wrestling Federation. The challengers, collectively known as Regeneration X, total combined weight of 265 pounds. It is Allison Danger and her tag team partner Leva Bates. They are former Heartland Ladies Tag Team Champions, and they are looking to regain their former glory in this match here tonight at Heartland Havoc Lift Me Up. The champions have been dominant for a number of months, and they are looking to maintain that winning streak. They are collectively known as the Kimber Bombs, Kimberly and Cherry Bomb, your Heartland Ladies Tag Team Champions. All right, all four of these ladies are accomplished superstars. We're going to go to our championship dice for this match, and it will be Cherry Bomb starting off the match against Leva Bates. Cherry Bomb, of course, successful ladies grappler, now appearing on AEW under the name The Bunny. The wife, of course, of the Blade, a.k.a. Pepper Parks. And her opponent is Leva Bates as they start things off. Leva Bates also now in AEW as one of the librarians. Prior to that, she had a surprisingly successful run in NXT under the ring moniker of Blue Pants. They just brought her in to do some jobs, but her perk and her personality won over a lot of the crowds in NXT, and she became a bit of a cult hero before signing on with AEW. But it will be Cherry Bomb and Leva Bates for their respective teams starting things off here in this contest. And the ring roll, opening ring roll is tied. And that means we go to our shenanigans book from Face to the Mat Wrestling by Play.com. It will be Leva Bates heading to the wild card results to start things off here with some shenanigans on the tag team wild card result, and she rolls a 1-4. Is she a cheater? Leva Bates does not cheat. So if no, fight breaks out in the ring. Opponent's partner gets in a cheap shot before order is restored. So words exchanged prior to the match, and it is Kimberly who takes a poke at Leva Bates. Perhaps a thumb to the eye or something, and Leva has been staggered, and that will give Cherry Bomb the advantage in this match. Not surprisingly, the Kimber Bombs are pretty notorious rule breakers, and it is Cherry Bomb now in control. On level 2 offense, we'll start her off. And right away, Cherry Bomb goes for the Cherry Popper, that lung blower type maneuver. And Leva has been stunned. Leva yet to get her bearings as Cherry smashes Leva face first into the turnbuckle. But Leva explodes off of the turnbuckle. She is not happy about the way she has been treated here to start things off. And it is a big enziguri from Leva that stuns Cherry Bomb and sends her back out to the center of the ring. Nice round of applause for Leva. She stood up to the bullies that time and put Cherry Bomb in her place with that enziguri coming out of the corner. And now Cherry Bomb and Leva Bates will link up in the center of the ring. And it is Leva with an attempt at an arm drag. Cherry Bomb reverses that, and it is Cherry Bomb who comes with another Cherry Popper. Leva went for the arm drag, but Cherry reversed it. Very nicely done with another double knee smash into the chest of Leva. And Leva is down. Cherry Bomb is going to follow that up with a move that she likes to call Death from Below, a bombs away missile drop kick off the top rope, and she staggers Leva again. Tag to Kimberly. And we're going to see a little double team action here from the champions. And on a roll of 7, it is a bone-crunching double clothesline delivered by the Kimber Bombs into Leva Bates. Leva is down. Leva's partner, Allison Danger, looking on concerned from ringside, ready to spring into action if she is needed. But Leva has taken a few pummelings here and there, but Leva's still in pretty good shape, and Allison is waiting for the legal tag. In comes Kimberly, and Kimberly with a split jawbreaker. Does the splits and drops the opponent's jaw over top of her shoulder. That is a stunning move, and Leva is still hurting. And now Leva backs into the corner, and Kimber's just going to pepper her with a series of palm strikes. Very accurate blows. Leva still trapped in the corner. And now Kimber is going to go with a clothesline in the corner. And that stuns Leva Bates. Leva stunned in the corner, trying to get free. And oh, Leva Bates manages to turn a somersault in the ring and get over to the corner and tag in Allison Danger. In comes Allison Danger. She is the strongest of the competitors in this match. And Allison comes right in and starts ramming Kimber into the corner with a series of shoulder blocks. Kimber not very happy about that, as Allison follows up with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Kimberly. And oh, on a roll of 9, it is a big kick from Allison Danger that stuns Kimberly. Allison looking good since she tagged herself into the match. And now a standing suplex attempt by Allison, blocked by Kimber. Kimber follows that up, and oh, it is Cherry Bomb from outside who smacks Allison Danger upside the head, distracting Allison from that attempted suplex. Allison is jawing at Cherry Bomb on the outside now, and Kimberly is going to take advantage and just nail Allison with a palm strike. She backs Allison into the corner and again starts delivering palm strikes to the sides of the head. Allison covering up as Kimber takes control. And oh, now a low blow from Kimberly. That is nasty. Allison slumps to the ground. Kimberly goes for the quick cover. And on a roll of 8, Allison is able to kick out. But these Kimber Bombs are resorting to all kinds of dirty tactics here in an effort to keep their their titles. As Amish Elvis says, congratulations getting Leva's autograph on her card. I'll tell you the story about that at the conclusion of this match, as Kimber is still in control. She's going to go up for an attempt at a missile dropkick. This is a choice G maneuver, and neither of these choices are particularly good, as Allison has a death jump A and a power rating of -2. So we'll go for the power rating. Kimberly needs a 6 or lower to hit this missile dropkick, and on a roll of 9, it is Allison who is able to get clear of the oncoming dropkick, and Kimberly is forced to come back down to the mat. You know, Allison Danger with the flirting with danger, that STF type maneuver. And it is Kimberly who is stunned. Allison follows that up with a backbreaker across the knee. Both women get to their feet, and Kimber goes with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Allison Danger, and oh, on a roll of 4, that is Kimberly setting her head too soon, and Allison comes off the ropes and explodes with a kick to the side of the head that stuns Kimber and puts Allison firmly in control. Allison now is going to go up for a death jump. And off the top rope she comes with a death jump. But Allison is slow to get to the top rope. And Kimber gets there first. And after an agility struggle won by Kimber, it is Kimber who throws Allison down to the canvas. Allison had the momentum there for a moment, but was a little slow getting to the top rope. And now it's the Oshitonic from Kimberly. This is a finishing maneuver. It's a 0 finisher. The pin rating is 4 or lower. And on a roll of 5, Allison just got out. Boy, Allison had the momentum there for a moment, and she is now in trouble, as Kimber is going to throw Allison out of the ring. Shenanigans coming up on the arena, or a brawl coming up on the arena floor. And it is Allison who has to crawl back in to beat the 10 count. Kimberly tags in Cherry Bomb, and they're going to go for a double team here. But oh, they missed the double team, as Allison ducks under the double clothesline, and she comes back and clotheslines both of the champions down to the canvas. They go hard. What a big save by Allison Danger. Allison now in control, and she is going to go for a tag team move of her own, the Medusa Cascade, as Leva comes into the ring, and they double up on Kimber and put Kimber down to the mat. Kimber now in trouble, as Leva is in control. Open hand chops from Leva, stunning Kimber. Kimber trying to get to her feet. Leva's all over her now, and oh, a superhero kick. A big kick from Leva, stunning Kimber. Leva follows that up now with the critical confirmation, that big mushroom stomp from off the top rope, and Kimber is still stunned. Actually, I have no idea with these independent wrestlers. They've got 2 or 3 different names for different moves on their chart. I don't know what half these things are. I don't know what the critical confirmation is. I don't know what the Medusa Cascade is. If you know these things, help me out. But right now, Leva is in control, and Kimber is staggered. And another superhero kick, and Kimber remains stunned. And now it's going to be a tag to Allison, and the challengers are going to do a little double teaming. And on a roll of 4, that is a devastating double team move. As Leva goes with the superhero kick, and Allison comes running off the ropes with a sling blade that takes Kimber down, and that is going to cost her a point of fatigue, and Allison has the opportunity to do some real damage here. What's Allison going to do? She is going to go for another death jump. And this time on a roll of 7, she nails the missile drop kick off the top rope. Once again, Kimber is down. What's Allison going to do? STO by Allison takes Kimber back down to the ropes. Tag to Leva. Here's another double team opportunity and another devastating double team move. As Allison catches Kimber in a full Nelson, and Leva nails another superhero kick. And that is going to cost Kimber another point of fatigue. And it is Kimber who is in trouble, and Leva in control. Leva now, they're going to go for that double team sonic screwdriver. That's a +2 finisher. The pin roll here is 7 or lower. So Cherry Bomb is going to have to come in for the pin save. And on a roll of 9, it is Allison who takes out Cherry Bomb. So there will be no pin save. The pin rating here is 7 or lower. And on a roll of 5, she got her. How about that? New tag team champions crowned here in Heartland Ladies Wrestling. As Leva Bates gets the pin on Kimberly by way of the sonic screwdriver. Taking some notes here on the side so I can post this up to the message boards later. But the tag team prowess of Leva Bates and Allison Danger has earned them another run as Heartland Ladies Tag Team Champions. So Kimberly and Cherry Bomb are going to have to go collect their thoughts and try to get their wits about them, having lost the titles to the magnificent team known as Regeneration X, Allison Danger and Leva Bates. I did have the opportunity to meet Leva Bates back in 2015 at a convention back in Chicago. And Leva is indeed a very engaging, personable young lady. She is also very interested in costume play, cosplay. And at the convention table, when I got her autograph, she was wearing a mask, a leather mask, and a white shirt and a necktie, and referring to herself as Chick Foley. So she was cosplaying Mick Foley and signing autographs, and a good time was had by all. And now Leva, along with Allison Danger, are your new Heartland Ladies Tag Team Champions. So we've got 2 new titleists who've already been crowned tonight. Ivan Koloff, your inaugural North American Heavyweight Champion, and new Heartland Ladies Tag Team Champions in the team of Allison Danger and Leva Bates. It's now time for yet another championship match, this one for the Patriot Heavyweight Championship. And I believe we got to see some of the contenders matches on the channel here. And this should be a very interesting technical matchup between 2 masters of the sport. Introducing first your challenger, 5'10", 236 pounds, out of Louisville, Kentucky, the master of the Stranglers headlock. He is Ed Strangler Lewis. And his opponent is your reigning and defending Patriot Heavyweight Champion. and former Olympic gold medal winner. He is 6'2", 237 pounds, out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He is Kurt Angle. So Angle, a very popular champion. And Strangler Lewis, no stranger to controversy, as both Strangler Lewis and John PESEK, who we saw earlier in the night, were involved in that previous attack on VADER that took place a number of weeks ago and led to the big confrontation we're going to see later tonight in a steel cage, VADER versus Billy Graham. As Carl Zilla is in the chat room. Welcome to you, Carl. He says, "Let's go Strangler." What kind of communist are you? Who doesn't root for Kurt Angle? And you call yourself an American. All right, Angle versus Lewis for the Patriot Heavyweight Championship. And the opening initiative roll goes to Strangler Lewis. And Lewis goes with a sucker punch. Angle not liking that. Angle catches one to the side of the head, and Lewis follows that up with a series of rabbit punches to the back of the neck. Boy, Lewis coming out with some strikes and taking advantage of the generosity of the referee, both with the sucker punch and now these rabbit punches, and now a neck yoke by Lewis, wrenching the neck and taking Angle down to one knee. Angle trying to power his way out of that. And now a jackknife arm scissors by Lewis. Angle rolls clear of that, gets to his feet, but Lewis is on him, and it is Lewis attempting a head scissors. He takes him over and down to the canvas with that head scissors. Lewis quickly taking control of this one, and Lewis follows that up with an attempt at a double wrist lock. Double wrist lock applied. Angle gets back to his feet. Angle, no stranger to some of these technical moves that Lewis uses to great avail. And Lewis is going to follow that up, maintaining the pressure on the double wrist lock, and now is able to force Angle down to the mat. Angle showing some frustration here as Lewis is taking control. And now Lewis goes to the Strangler's headlock. Headlock applied. This is a dangerous weapon by Lewis. It is a zero finisher, but he's got 3 of them on his card. The submission here is only on snake eyes, but on a roll of 5, Angle is able to work his way to the ropes. What's going to happen now? Lewis is going to go for a bear hug power bomb. This is a choice E maneuver, and Angle is -2 on both agility and power. So on a 7 or lower, Lewis will be able to complete this bear hug power bomb. But on a roll of 8, Angle maneuvers his way out of that, and it is Angle who follows up with a big snap suplex that takes Lewis down to the canvas. Angle takes a moment to flex his neck and clear his thoughts as Lewis slowly gets to his feet. Angle moves in and catches him in a front face lock. Angle holds that front face lock, both men still battling it out in the center of the ring. Angle now with a waistlock takedown, riding on the back of Lewis, amateur style move, chain wrestling being executed here by Kurt Angle. And now Angle is going to go for a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Lewis. And on a roll of 8, it is a big back elbow from Angle that takes Lewis down to the canvas. Angle picking up the pace here. And Angle with another snap suplex takes Lewis back down to the canvas. Lewis to his feet. They lock up again in the center of the ring. And Angle this time again grabs that front face lock. And this time it is Lewis who is going to counter. And Lewis is going to go for the whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Kurt Angle. And on a roll of 8, it is a running back elbow from Lewis that puts Angle down to the canvas. Back and forth we go. Very closely contested match, much as we have expected from these two men with such great technical prowess. Lewis tries the hip toss. Angle blocks it. And Angle comes back with another big back suplex and slams Lewis back down onto the canvas. Nice reversal there by Angle into the back suplex. Angle now follows that up with a backbreaker across the knee. And Lewis starting to show some signs of discomfort. Angle follows that up with another snap suplex. Lewis blocks it this time. And Lewis again follows back with a whip to the ropes. Nice reversal there by Lewis, but as Angle comes off the ropes, it is a collision in mid-ring, and both men go down, but Lewis is first to his feet. as their power ratings are equivalent. Lewis is in control, and Lewis now goes back to that neck yoke, working the neck of Angle, setting up that headlock. Lewis follows that up with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Angle, and on a roll of 7, it is Angle who grabs the arm of Lewis and reverses Lewis into the turnbuckle. And as Lewis comes off the turnbuckle, it is a big kick from Angle that stuns Lewis. Angle back in control. Angle follows that up with a European uppercut. Lewis staggers back, and Angle is again going to go with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Lewis, and on a roll of 7, it is a running back elbow from Angle that puts Lewis back down onto the canvas. Angle now goes to a body scissors type move. Tries to execute the body scissors, but Lewis sits out of that. Quickly gets back to his feet, and it's Lewis who is able to roll Angle over into a jackknife arm scissors. Attempting to get him into an arm bar, but Angle gets to his feet, and Lewis is able to come in and go for a leg sweep, but Angle dodges that. Angle with the superior agility of the two men, and another suplex by Angle takes Lewis back down to the canvas. Very compelling technical match we're seeing here. As now Angle gets behind Lewis and drops him with a German suplex down onto the canvas hard. And he gets an added point of fatigue for that. As Lewis is down and Angle is in control. Angle follows that up with another backbreaker across the knee. Lewis remains stunned. Another drop across the knee, and this time Lewis is headed out of the ring. Action is going out to the arena floor, and on a roll of 4, it is Lewis who grabs the leg of Angle and slams his knee into the steel ring post. Angle stunned by that move, and Lewis climbs back into the ring. Can he take advantage here? He goes for the headlock. Headlock applied. Submission roll 3 or lower. And on a roll of 5, the match continues. But Angle is trapped in this headlock now, and he's just had his knee taken out. And now Lewis is going to go once again for that bear hug powerbomb. He needs 7 or lower to execute it. And on a roll of 6, he got him up and over and down to the canvas hard. And Angle this time is going to roll out of the ring. Angle out of the ring. Lewis in pursuit. And on a roll of 8, it is Angle who is forced to crawl back under the bottom rope to beat the 10 count. Lewis in control, and Lewis snags him again in the headlock. Strangler's headlock applied for the 3rd time. The pin roll now, or the submission roll now, is 4 or lower, and on a roll of 10, Angle is able to power his way free. But Lewis seems to be able to catch that Strangler's headlock out of nowhere, and the more he applies it, the closer he comes to being able to submit Kurt Angle and capture the Patriot Heavyweight Championship. Bear hug powerbomb again. 7 or lower is the roll he needs, and on a roll of 6, he got him over and down. And now he's just going to go for a cover. He goes for the cover. The pin roll is 5 or lower, but he forces Angle to bridge his way out of that pin attempt, and Angle takes another point of fatigue. Headlock. Headlock applied once again. The submission roll now is 6 or lower, and on a roll of 9, Angle is able to power his way out. This Strangler Lewis is a dangerous grappler. Those 3 submission holds on his card are almost unstoppable. Headlock applied once again. It's now a 7 for the submission. And on a roll of 5, he got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new Patriot Heavyweight Champion. After 5 of those Strangler headlocks, it is Ed Strangler Lewis by way of the headlock, scoring the submission victory over Kurt Angle to win the Patriot Heavyweight Championship. So no shame in losing to Angle there. Angle gives Lewis a handshake as he was forced to tap out after multiple applications of that dangerous Strangler's headlock. Your winner and new Patriot Heavyweight Champion, Ed Strangler Lewis. All right, fans, it's time for another title match. This one from Heartland Ladies Wrestling. This is the Heartland Ladies Championship. And you may ask yourself why we put this match on after the Angle match. We do believe in the legitimacy and the competitiveness of ladies wrestling here in the Heartland, and the Heartland Ladies Championship is considered on par with a World Heavyweight Championship type of match. The Patriot Heavyweight Championship is a territory championship, so it takes second fiddle to the Heartland Ladies Championship. And I hope that serves as a satisfactory explanation. And the match we have lined up for the Heartland Ladies Championship is a match between two ladies with a long history of feuding and just not liking one another. Your challenger is very controversial and not liked by most people around Heartland Ladies Wrestling, with the exception of a couple of equally dangerous and dastardly allies. She is 5'4", 115 pounds, out of San Juan, Puerto Rico. She is the challenger, IVELISSE. As the fans boo IVELISSE on her entrance down to the ring area, and she doesn't care. She is jawing with some fans around the ring. She is known as a dastardly tactician, and she is facing a very popular and somewhat unexpected Heartland Ladies Champion. She is 5'4", 150 pounds, coming from the other side of darkness. She is your reigning and defending Heartland Ladies Champion, HOLIDEAD. HOLIDEAD has had regional success around parts of the country in the world of ladies wrestling. IVELISSE has had stints in Lucha Underground, in AEW, and in the WWE developmental. IVELISSE has a reputation of being hard to get along with and kind of hard to deal with, and has kind of bounced around from one federation to the next. HOLIDEAD earned most of her reputation as a tag team wrestler. She and Thunder Rosa teamed up as the Twisted Sisters in a very successful and very entertaining tag team. And when I brought HOLIDEAD into Heartland Ladies Wrestling, Thunder Rosa was already established as a singles competitor, so I just threw HOLIDEAD into singles competition, and she worked her way all the way up to Heartland Ladies Champion and has defended that belt. So she may be the surprise of recent months here in the Heartland Championship Wrestling universe. So HOLIDEAD now defending the Heartland Ladies Championship against IVELISSE in your next contest. And as we kick things off, it is HOLIDEAD who captures the opening initiative role, and it is HOLIDEAD with a Japanese arm drag, taking IVELISSE down to the canvas. IVELISSE first to her feet, and it's IVELISSE with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes HOLIDEAD, and on a roll of 8, it is a running back elbow from IVELISSE. IVELISSE the faster of these two competitors, and HOLIDEAD by quite a margin is the stronger. So IVELISSE in control here, and she goes for the scorpion kick. Nice looking athletic move by IVELISSE, and HOLIDEAD is stunned. And now another ride along, a big sling blade type maneuver executed by IVELISSE takes HOLIDEAD back down to the canvas, and she hit it again, and HOLIDEAD goes down once again. IVELISSE getting her quickness on at the beginning of this match, and here is a vertigo kick, a spinning kick to the side of the head. HOLIDEAD staggered by that, still manages to keep her feet as IVELISSE comes on and hits her with another vertigo kick. HOLIDEAD is stunned. She is staggering around the ring but still on her feet, and IVELISSE comes with another sling blade and finally takes HOLIDEAD down to the canvas. HOLIDEAD is down. IVELISSE is in control, and it is going to be a death jump. Death jump coming from IVELISSE, and on a roll of 8, she nails a flying clothesline off of the top turnbuckle. HOLIDEAD is down. IVELISSE is in control, and now it is the Desert Eagle. The finisher for IVELISSE, she is attempting that. That is a sunset flip powerbomb type move. Almost a Canadian destroyer type of maneuver. That is a +2 on the pinfall, and on a roll of 5 or lower, she'll get the pin. But on a roll of 9, HOLIDEAD is able to kick out. HOLIDEAD not quite ready to give up her championship yet. But now here is the El Alacran. A diving double knee smash off of the top turnbuckle. Again, IVELISSE goes for the cover, and again, HOLIDEAD is forced to kick out. IVELISSE has all the momentum here as she continues her attack. She's going back to the top rope. She's going to attempt a diving Hurricane Rana, and she got her up, over, and down to the canvas with that diving Hurricane Rana. IVELISSE follows up with a switchblade. A big clothesline across the side of the head. And HOLIDEAD is staggered but manages to get to her feet. Here's another sling blade and another pin attempt. And on a roll of 9, HOLIDEAD kicks out again. But IVELISSE is wrestling like a house of fire here. And IVELISSE now is going to pitch HOLIDEAD out of the ring. And we're going to see action on the arena floor. Might not have been the best move for IVELISSE with HOLIDEAD in trouble. And sure enough, on a roll of 7, that is the Wild Brawl on the ring side, and the winner is the wrestler with the better ring rating, which is indeed HOLIDEAD. So as action spills outside of the ring, probably a mistake by IVELISSE to take matters to the arena floor, as HOLIDEAD is now in control, and HOLIDEAD with a big leg drop onto the ring apron. And as we all know, the apron is the hardest part of the ring. IVELISSE is stunned. HOLIDEAD is in control. Whip to the turnbuckle. HOLIDEAD thinks twice about that and instead goes with an attempted side backbreaker, but IVELISSE slips out the back door of that one, and it is IVELISSE with another sling blade that takes HOLIDEAD down to the canvas. Exploder suplex from IVELISSE. HOLIDEAD is down. Another scorpion kick by IVELISSE. She's got arms and legs and feet flying everywhere. HOLIDEAD on the receiving end. Another sling blade, and this time HOLIDEAD is down and stays down. What's IVELISSE going to do now? She goes to that flying double knee smash from the top turnbuckle and slams HOLIDEAD back down into the canvas. IVELISSE is just taunting HOLIDEAD now, standing over her as HOLIDEAD tries to get to her feet. IVELISSE nails HOLIDEAD with a step-up enziguri to the side of the head. HOLIDEAD is staggering but manages to get to her feet. IVELISSE comes in with an arm twist and a kick to the back of the head. HOLIDEAD back down to one knee. IVELISSE with another scorpion kick, and that is going to send HOLIDEAD down to the canvas, and now it is HOLIDEAD choosing to roll out of the ring. Out of the ring goes HOLIDEAD. And on a roll of 6, it is HOLIDEAD who grabs IVELISSE and just nails her with a stiff forearm and then slams her face first onto the steel security railing. Will HOLIDEAD be disqualified for that? No, she will not. HOLIDEAD now in control after another big brawl on the arena floor, and it is HOLIDEAD who is going to continue action on the outside of the ring. IVELISSE in trouble here. And now they are slugging it out on the arena floor. Referee desperately trying to get things under control here as both ladies slug it out. And it is IVELISSE who grabs HOLIDEAD and just sticks her thumbs in both of HOLIDEAD's eyes, risking disqualification. The first DQ roll is a 4. On a roll of 5 or lower, we'll see a disqualification here. And IVELISSE just avoids being disqualified as the referee pleading with IVELISSE, letting the action go, as IVELISSE has just tried to dig the eyes of HOLIDEAD right out of her skull. Back to the ring we go. IVELISSE with a flaming arrow, which is a slingshot DDT off of the middle rope. HOLIDEAD goes down. IVELISSE with another exploder. HOLIDEAD is staggered. IVELISSE with another exploder. HOLIDEAD still trying to get back to her feet. IVELISSE thinks about a whip to the turnbuckle. Instead, she decides to hit another step-up enziguri, and HOLIDEAD is staggered. Another big scorpion kick. HOLIDEAD stunned. Another scorpion kick, and HOLIDEAD goes down. HOLIDEAD is down. What's IVELISSE going to do here? El Alacran, that flying double knee smash, takes HOLIDEAD back down to the canvas. Another big sling blade, and HOLIDEAD leaves the ring. Out of the ring we go again, and on a roll of 6, this time it is HOLIDEAD who grabs IVELISSE and smashes her into the steel ring steps. Will we see a disqualification here? Roll of 5. If we see another roll of 5 or lower, it will be a DQ. But on a roll of 8, the referee allows the action to continue. Referee giving some leeway here, as HOLIDEAD is back in control, and she's going to go for a submission move back in the ring, a rocking horse. This is a choice G maneuver, so she will need a roll of 9 or lower to execute that. And on a roll of 7, she is able to lock in the rocking horse, and IVELISSE will not submit. Big vertical suplex by HOLIDEAD. Gets her over and down to the canvas once again. And this time IVELISSE is down. And HOLIDEAD follows that up with another big leg drop. And it is IVELISSE who is going to roll out of the ring. We're not going to see any shenanigans on the arena floor yet. It'll be a straight roll of the dice. And it is IVELISSE this time who clocks HOLIDEAD on the arena floor and slams HOLIDEAD back first into the announcer's table. Will we see a disqualification? No. IVELISSE back in control as action returns to the ring, and another flying double knee smash off the top rope puts HOLIDEAD down onto the canvas. IVELISSE now going up for a death jump. The death jump roll is a 5, and that is not good. As IVELISSE goes to the top rope, HOLIDEAD caught her. HOLIDEAD caught her, and HOLIDEAD slams IVELISSE down to the canvas. HOLIDEAD now in control. Another big leg drop. IVELISSE getting to her feet. HOLIDEAD lifts her into the air and slams her down with a spine buster. Very good looking power move from HOLIDEAD. As this match continues, it is a battle. HOLIDEAD with another big spine buster and finally a chance at a cover. Pinroll is only on Snake Eyes, and she is not able to keep her down. But finally, HOLIDEAD getting some momentum as IVELISSE has picked up her first fatigue token of the match. HOLIDEAD, another big leg drop. IVELISSE finally gets to one knee. HOLIDEAD follows that up. Oh, a big pump handle slam down to the canvas. HOLIDEAD showing all kinds of power, screaming as her adrenaline is flowing. She goes for the cover once again, and on a roll of 3, she got her. Out of nowhere, HOLIDEAD salvages victory from the jaws of defeat to retain the Heartland Ladies Championship. HOLIDEAD on the receiving end for most of that match until a pump handle slam out of nowhere, devastating to IVELISSE, putting her down for the 3 count. Your winner and still Heartland Ladies Champion, this is HOLIDEAD. All right. Boy, we have had some exciting championship matches here tonight. Once again, it was Ivan Koloff winning the inaugural North American Heavyweight Championship. 2 title changes as Leva Bates and Allison Danger defeat the Kimber Bombs for the Heartland Ladies Tag Team Championship, and Ed Strangler Lewis captures the Patriot Heavyweight Championship from Kurt Angle. But now we have finally had a successful title defense for HOLIDEAD, and it was a war. Inside the ring and out, and in the end it was the power of HOLIDEAD that prevailed. Yeah, she is able to put away IVELISSE with the pump handle slam to successfully retain the Heartland Ladies Championship. All right, fans, thank you for hanging out. It is now time for our double main event. This is the match that many of you have been waiting for. It is for nothing but the pride of a grudge match. It will be conducted in a steel cage. as the cage is lowered. And these two hated rivals square off. Introducing first, 6'4", 275 pounds, out of Paradise Valley, Arizona. The fans are booing loudly as superstar Billy Graham makes his way down to ringside and enters the cage. He will be facing off against a very angry opponent. This man is angry at superstar Graham for interfering and attacking him in previous situations, and he became that much angrier 1 week ago when he lost the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, and he is here looking for revenge on a number of levels. He is 6'5", 452 pounds, from the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. This is Vader. So the steel cage is lowered. Vader and superstar Graham are squaring off. And this is going to get ugly. 2 men enter, 1 man leaves. The Grand Wizard is at ringside, but his interference is going to do no good as he can't get into the ring because of the steel cage. So it is Vader and Graham. It is mano a mano. It is in the steel cage as we prepare for a war that has been months in the making. Fans cheering for Vader, but he is not acknowledging the cheers of the fans as he is focused on the task of taking down his hated nemesis. And again, indeed, it is Vader who captures the opening initiative role, and Vader is just going to grab superstar Graham by the neck and start choking him, forcing superstar back into the corner with that chokehold. And Vader is just going to pummel him with clotheslines. Bam, bam, bam in the corner. Pummeling the superstar. Superstar tries to fire back, but he cannot escape from the corner as the pummeling from Vader continues. Vader with a big boot to the face, and Graham is staggered. He is backing away, trying to get his wits back about him, as Vader is in pursuit. And now it is Graham who grabs Vader in a chokehold. Graham trying to choke out Vader. Vader not having any of that as he just pounds on superstar Graham with forearm after forearm after forearm. Backing superstar into the corner of the ring. Vader now is going to get a whip to the turnbuckle. Across the ring and into the turnbuckle goes Graham. And as Graham bounces off the turnbuckle, it is a big kick from Vader that puts Graham down onto the canvas. Vader flexing and screaming at the top of his lungs as he puts the boots to Graham in the center of the cage. A big boot to the face as Graham tries to get to his feet, and Graham is back down, and Graham is rolling away and begging off. Vader still in pursuit, and Graham finally gets to his feet and tries for a running shoulder tackle, but he just bounces off of Vader. Vader ain't going nowhere with that weak kind of a move, and Vader with a clothesline takes superstar Graham back down to the mat. Vader exerting his power. Superstar Billy Graham is a very strong man. He's got huge arms, but he is outweighed in this situation by nearly 200 pounds as Big Van Vader comes after him. And a running body avalanche in the corner. Graham is smashed into the corner as Vader is in control. Vader with another big clothesline. Graham is staggered. There's no escape for Graham from the onslaught of Big Van Vader as Vader goes with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes superstar Billy Graham, and on a roll of 9, it is a big collision in the center of the ring. Both these men at -4 power, two of the strongest men in the sport. Vader will maintain the offense. And Vader with another big boot to the face sends Billy Graham staggering backwards. As Vader comes in, Graham again tries that chokehold. Vader not having any of that. And it is Vader with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Billy Graham. And on a roll of 2, it is a running clothesline out of the corner by Billy Graham. He caught Vader off balance and takes Vader down to the mat hard. Billy Graham is going to try and escape the cage here, but he cannot get out on a roll of 6. This will be an escape the cage situation, as Graham now in control. And Graham is going to go up to the top turnbuckle, and he's going to try, I believe, a death jump. I don't know what he's thinking about here. He thinks better of it. And he instead is just going to come in behind Vader and go for a full Nelson. Vader not having any of that. Powers his way out of the full Nelson. And Graham just kicks him in the back and kicks and stomps away at the back of Vader. Double axe handle blow to the middle of the back. Vader will not go down as Graham keeps pounding on his kidneys. And now it is a knee smash to the back of Vader, as Graham tries to take Vader down. More kicks, more stomps. Vader standing his ground as Graham kicks and boots away to no avail. Finally, Graham gives up on the kicking and goes with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Vader, and Superstar Graham annihilates Vader with a big back body drop high up into the air, and down hard to the canvas goes Vader. He is down. Superstar drops the knee on him. Vader is down. What's Billy Graham going to do here? He's going to go to the top rope and drop the knee on Vader again. Vader stunned in the center of the ring. Slow to get to his feet. Graham's on him. Another whip to the turnbuckle. And another big kick by Billy Graham stuns Vader in the corner. Another knee smash to the back as Graham is trying to take the wind out of Vader. Oh, but Vader fires back, picks Graham up and slams him down to the canvas hard. Big front slam just coming down full weight on top of Billy Graham. And this match has turned in the momentum. Vader now in control. Big running body avalanche into the corner. Vader follows that up with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Graham. He dodges a clothesline. Graham comes off the other way, and this time it is Billy Graham with a flying shoulder tackle catching Vader off balance, and Vader staggers back. Graham with more kicks and more stomps. Finally stomps the mud hole into Vader. Can he escape the cage here? No, he cannot. But those kicks and stomps are taking their toll. And now Graham is going to go with more kicks and stomps. Vader is hurt, but slowly getting to his feet. Graham still pounding away at him. Whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Vader. And on a roll of 7, Graham hits him with another kick, this time to the lower leg, stunning Vader. Graham goes in behind for a full Nelson, punishing Vader. Vader's able to power his way out of that, and Graham just shoves him down to the canvas and flexes over him. Vader not very happy about that, slowly getting to his feet as Graham is flexing and taunting. And the crowds are jeering at Billy Graham as he showboats over Vader. Whip to the ropes. Vader comes off the ropes, and again, Graham gets him with a kick to the midsection. Vader is staggered. Graham moves in behind for the full Nelson, and this time just takes Vader in that full Nelson over to the cage and scrapes the face of Vader across the steel cage. Graham now torturing Van Vader. What's he going to do now? He goes for the Superstar Bear Hug. The Bear Hug has been applied. Will he be able to win the match with the Superstar Bear Hug? On a roll of 9, no, he is not, as Vader finally reaches up and boxes the ears of Superstar Graham. Graham is stunned, but still in control, and Graham goes back to the Bear Hug. Vader now starting to weaken, as those massive arms of Billy Graham are trying to take the air out of Vader. And on a roll of 3, Vader collapses to his knees, and Superstar Billy Graham escapes the cage. Oh my goodness, it is Billy Graham by way of the Superstar Bear Hug who was able to put Vader down and just take the wind out of him enough for Graham to escape the cage. And Vader has been frustrated as Billy Graham is flexing over him and on the outside of the cage. I don't know what's going to happen now, as Graham is going to go outside the cage, and he is thinking about coming back in with a steel chair. But Vader gets to his knees, and Graham thinks better of it. And Graham is just going to hightail it out of here and get while the getting is good. He is your winner in the grudge match over Vader. And that puts a cap on a very disastrous week for Vader, who loses the NWA World Heavyweight Championship and then loses a match against Billy Graham in a steel cage, as Graham, with a superstar bear hug, is able to subdue Vader and take the victory. And the fans here in Las Vegas have gone silent. The only sound that's being made is the taunts of superstar Billy Graham and the delightful laughs and squeals from the Grand Wizard as they leave the ring together victorious, leaving Van Vader to lick his wounds as the steel cage is lifted. All right. A stunning end to the grudge match, and a stunning and disappointing conclusion to the confrontation between Vader and superstar Graham. Vader has cemented his status as the most hated man in the sport, with the possible exception of who we're going to see next, and that's the fabulous Freebirds. The fabulous Freebirds are your NWA World Tag Team Champions, and they are set to defend the titles in tonight's main event against the team of the Wild Samoans. The Wild Samoans are your current Patriot Tag Team Champions, and although they are not popular champions, this is a Patriot Heavyweight Championship crowd. So Alpha and Sika are, shall we say, the lesser of two evils in this situation in the eyes of the fans here in Las Vegas, many of whom made the trip from the northeast part of the country to enjoy this pay-per-view. If this were in Texas, you can bet that the Freebirds might have the fans on their side. That is not the case, as we set up the ring for the World Tag Team Championship main event. The Freebirds are accompanied by Buddy Roberts, not to be confused with Buddy Rogers, the star of Patriot Championship Wrestling. Buddy Roberts will be at ringside, where he has been known to be quite the pest. But it will be Hayes and Gordy defending their titles against the team of the Wild Samoans. Our World Championship die are ready, as Michael Brada in the chat room sings, "Bad Street, Atlanta, GA. Baddest street in the whole USA. The further down the block you went, the hotter it got." All right. I may not be able to squeal like a banshee like MSCHIF, but I can sing as badly as Michael Hayes as we get ready for tonight's main event. And it will be Michael Hayes to start things off against Wild Samoan Alpha. And the opening initiative role is controlled by Alpha. Alpha moving in on Michael Hayes and immediately starts things off with a whip to the ropes. Off the ropes comes Michael Hayes, and on a roll of 8, it is a big back elbow from Alpha that puts Hayes down onto the canvas. Alpha starting things off, picks up Hayes and scoops him up and slams him down to the canvas. Alpha showing his power. He's got about 50 pounds on Hayes. And another big scoop slam, and Hayes is hurting. Tag to Sika. We're going to see some double teaming already, but on a roll of 10, it is Hayes ducking out of the way of an attempted running shoulder tackle, and a collision between the Samoans puts Offa down to the canvas. Hayes now in control and just grabs him by the hair and slams him down back of the head against the canvas. Offa not very happy about that, but if he didn't wear such a big head of hair, then that wouldn't be such a tempting target. Tag to Gordy. In comes Gordy, and Gordy with a big back suplex puts Offa down to the mat hard. Offa is down, and Gordy is in control, and it's a bam bam slam. Big power slam by Gordy. Gordy quickly going for the cover. Offa kicks out of that with authority, but the first point of fatigue has been administered by Terry Gordy on that big bam bam slam. Gordy now in control and is going to whip Offa out of the ring. Out to the arena floor we go. Both of these teams love mixing it up in a brawling situation. And on a roll of 7, it is Gordy who wins the brawl on the arena floor, slamming the head of Offa into the ring apron. Likely to do more damage to the ring apron than to the head of Offa, but it's enough for Gordy to keep control as action returns to the ring. In comes Hayes for a double team attempt, and it is a running elbow smash by Hayes that stuns Offa. Hayes now in control. Hayes goes with another hair pull takedown, and Offa is just getting really frustrated with that. He cannot get over and make the tag. Hayes remains in control, and Hayes now with a neck breaker, dropping Offa down hard under the back of his neck. Nice move by Hayes, keeping control of this one. Hayes now follows that up with another neck breaker. Offa desperately trying to get over and get a tag. He still cannot get there as Hayes is in control. And now it is Hayes with a bulldog. As Offa tries to get to his feet, he got up to one knee. Hayes bulldogs him down to the canvas. He's going to go for the cover. The pin roll is 6 or lower. So Sika is going to come in and try to make the pin save, and Sika is able to break up the count. But that is going to cost Offa a point of fatigue, and it's going to cost the Samoans their first pin save attempt of the match. That's going to give Gordy the opportunity to come in on a double team, and it is a running forearm smash from Gordy that stuns Offa. As Michael Brada has learned something new, the ring apron is the hardest part of the ring. I'm glad that I could provide that extra bit of wrestling knowledge for you, just in case you had not heard that in the past. Gordy now in control as Offa remains down, and Gordy with a back suplex takes Offa back down to the canvas. Boy, it takes a big, strong guy to put Offa in a back suplex, but Gordy's the guy with the power to get it done. Excuse me. Gordy remains in control here. And now it's Gordy with a whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Offa, and on a roll of 9, it is a big boot to the gut from Gordy that staggers Offa. Gordy maintains control. Gordy with a big elbow hammer to the back of the neck. Gordy follows that up with another whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Offa, and again, it is another boot to the gut from Gordy that stuns Offa. Boy, I'm glad this is the main event. I'm running out of voice. As Gordy comes in with a snapmare that takes Offa down to the canvas. Tag to Hayes. Here comes another double team. As it is Gordy and Hayes combining on a high double neck breaker, and down hard to the canvas goes Offa. Hayes now in control, strutting his way across the ring. And Hayes follows that up with the white guy moonwalk. Not quite Michael Jackson, but enough to get the fans going here, as they are not happy about his shenanigans. And now Hayes goes into the tights and just nails Offa with a foreign object. He used that moonwalk as a distraction to allow himself to reach into the tights and just punt Offa with that foreign object. Hayes follows up, tries to get him up for a suplex, is able to get him up, didn't get all of it, but enough to get him up over and down to the canvas. And Offa still cannot get over and get the tag made. Hayes remains in control. Here's a leg drop by Hayes across the back of the head of Afa. Afa still cannot get out of the ring. The Samoans just cannot get on the same page to make a tag, as Hayes now follows that up with another whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Afa, and it is another big kick by Hayes that takes Afa back down to the canvas. Tag to Gordy. Here comes another double team. And on a roll of 8, it is a deadly elbow smash from Gordy to the side of the head of Afa, as Hayes was holding Afa's arms in place. Gordy now in control. And Gordy with a big lariat that staggers Afa. Afa will not go down, but Gordy just stunned him there, and Afa is shaking his head from side to side, trying to clear the cobwebs, as Gordy comes in with another elbow hammer to the back of the head. And Gordy follows that up with another whip to the turnbuckle. Off the turnbuckle comes Afa. He grabs the arm of Gordy and whips Gordy into the turnbuckle on a reversal. Gordy comes off the turnbuckle, and Afa comes charging in, but Gordy ducks out of the way. Afa hits the turnbuckle and tumbles out of the ring. Afa now out of the ring. Gordy in pursuit. And it is Gordy who grabs a steel chair at ringside and just waffles Afa right across the back with it. We may see a disqualification here. I don't think Gordy cares, but the referee is going to let that one go, as Afa remains in trouble and has to crawl back into the ring where the match can continue. And now Gordy is going to take him down and put him into an STF, submission style maneuver. And Afa finally makes his way out to the bottom rope to force the hold to be broken, and Afa is going to go out of the ring once again. And now we're going to see some ringside shenanigans. This match has gone out of the ring multiple times, and into play will come the ringside shenanigans chart. Or it's my homebrewed out of the ring again chart. And we're going to go to the ringside mayhem chart. And on a roll of 4, it is going to be the tables. A table will come into play. Afa has left the ring. And what is going to happen here? On a roll of 1, Afa tries to set up a table, but Gordy attacks him and doesn't let him get the table set up. So nothing happening there. And it's going to be a standard out of the ring roll, as Gordy and Afa duke it out on the arena floor. And this time it is Gordy who lowers his shoulder and drives it into the stomach of Afa and just rams Afa into the side of the ring. And Afa goes down once again. Sika has yet to tag into this match, and his partner is getting a beating, as Gordy, now back in the ring, is going to go for a pile driver. Pile driver by Gordy. Down to the canvas hard goes Afa. Gordy's going to go for a cover. Afa's going to have to rely on Sika to make the save here. And on a roll of 9, Sika cannot get there. So the pin roll on Afa is now a 9 or lower. And on a roll of 9, he got him. The fabulous Freebirds just dominated the Samoans in that match. Sika never got into the ring, as the Freebirds were in charge from pretty much the start of that match, double teaming when they needed to, and just getting Afa down and keeping him down until the pile driver from Terry Gordy puts the lights out for Afa and ends this title match and ends your main event with the fabulous Freebirds retaining the NWA World Tag Team Championship. All right, so that is the conclusion of tonight's main event, as Gordy and Hayes coming in to celebrate, and Buddy Roberts joining them in the ring in the celebration. They didn't even need any shenanigans from Roberts to win that match. Afa could not make a tag. He could not get a table set up at ringside. It was all Freebirds all the way. Hayes with a big foreign object shot that stunned Afa, and Gordy with the big pile driver for the finish. All right, that completes today's pay-per-view broadcast. So I would like to say thank you to everybody who checked things out today. Good crowd in the chat room, lively banter. Amish Elvis, thanks for coming. Carl Zilla. That is not how I was expecting that match to go, and I would agree with Carl Zilla on that account. But the Freebirds are indeed a formidable championship tag team. Michael Brada, thanks for joining us. Philip Reynolds, D. Scott Howard, referee James Lawrence III, and Derek Bauman. Great crowd here today for the pay-per-view broadcast of Heartland Havoc 108, Lift Me Up. All right, fans, we will be back on the airwaves on Friday night with Epic Basketball League action. We hope to see you then. And until then, that's our stream, and I am out of here.